Seconds. Hurry, hurry!
What is up, my dudes? We've got the Corporate Esports Association Dota 2 Spring 2019 tournament going on. Today we've got Challenge Accepted, which I believe is representing Google, and Kana Whoopass, which is also, actually, it's a bit confusing. I think they're representing Microsoft, and when I'm looking at the brackets, they're also called Motion in the Roshan. So, we'll call them Kana Whoopass this game. They've got this nice Whoopass logo. Challenge accepted, rocking the Raichu, so can't really see the Pikachu, unfortunately. So I don't know who's the challenger here. I guess Pikachu should be the challenger, but you can only see the Raichu, so I'll assume Raichu's the challenger here. First ban, already going into reserve time, so Kana Whoopass, they're not really prepared for this draft. But we'll see. Maybe they will do more than just a normal beating. A lot of reserve time going in for this first ban already. Kana Whoopass, it's going to be a rough draft for them, I think. Maybe they're on Dota buff, trying to look at what heroes Challenge Accepted actually plays. Trying to scout them out a little bit, buying some time. They banned the Ursa, so it's a safe ban overall. Can't go wrong. That's a very strong hero right now. Downside of drafting in a non-professional setting is that we don't actually know what the other team can play. This is a best of one, so you never want to see those like Meepos or Tinkers. It just feels bad if you lose to that. There's not much you can do about it. Very standard bans coming out now. This is picking up pace a little bit. Viper, Lifesteal, and Bounty Hunter, very strong heroes right now. Viper got nerfed back-to-back recently, but I believe this is on 7.21c. So, the mana cost on the other toxins a bit lower than what it is currently.
Only 10 seconds. Radiance ban.
And Chaos Knight ban. Very strong hero in this patch.
Ten seconds to pick. 5 seconds. Hurry, hurry!
Challenge accepted. Also going to reserve time for this first ban phase. So, not really sure what's going on here. Definitely using Dota buff to scout out their opponents. A Monkey King ban. Somewhat specialized hero. You gotta. Monkey King is not the most technical hero, but you really gotta play him a few times. Scout out. You need to know when the power peaks are. Sand King. Oh, I haven't seen this hero in a long time. I'm not really sure why he fell off. So, Caustic did get nerfed a little bit. Damage went down, especially in the early levels. Vengeful Spirit coming out for the Challenge Accepted, as well as a Rubik, showing their support duo, the ultimate and that Enigma counters. Rubik, if he can steal Burrow Strike, that's pretty big. Dazzle coming out for Kana Whoopass. Pretty solid support overall, but not that aggressive. Not sure if we'll see Sand King as an offlaner or position 4. At least the last time Sand King was really meta, he was a position 3. You would max that Caustic Finale and just spam the enemy safe laner out of the lane. Pangoli, Drow, Axe, pretty strong heroes right now. Axe not as common these days, but it's good. The Challenge Accepted is missing some initiation. Rubik and Venge, not that great at it, so someone who can Blink Disable is really nice. A Husker ban out of Challenge Accepted. They don't want to get cheesed out. Husker is a bit of a cheesy hero. challenge accepted. They should look to get
Only
some
10
more
seconds.
initiation. They've got the follow-up if they can get it.
5
So
seconds
Rubik
remaining.
Lift Telekinesis lasts for a very long time, but if this is a support Rubik, he's not going to be getting many points in Telekinesis until much later in the game, so not the best lockdown. These days we only see 1 point in the Magic Missile as well.
Dire
Normally,
team are now picking.
Favor Vaccine Wave of Terror, Shadow Shaman comes out. Oh, okay. So perhaps this Rubik is going to be mid. And in that case, this Rubik will have pretty good lockdown. The Burrow Strike's a good steal, so if you can get that, but it's pretty hard because normally you see Sand King, they Burrow Strike in and then Sandstorm straight
Only
away.
10 seconds. 5.
We'll see what happens here. Oh, Hannah Whoopass taking a long time on this pick. I guess they kind of want to figure out if Sand King is going to be the offlaner or not.
Radiant team are now picking.
They go for Pudge. Pudge will probably be position 4, and it's going to be an offlane Sand King. So, a lot of ways to start fight already coming up from Can of Whoopass. Getting an opportune hook, great way to start a fight. Sand King, also a great way to start a fight. But normally you want to use Sand King to counter initiate
10
or like
seconds
follow
to
up
pick.
on an initiation. The
5
epicenter
seconds
takes some
remaining.
time to charge up, and usually you want to use it when
Dire team
people are more clumped together, which happens
Faceless
usually later in
Void.
the team fight. Faceless Void coming out, the challenge accepted. They're going pretty hard on the team fight as well. Obviously, Rubik can steal anything that Ken Whoopass takes. So hopefully he can get some good steals off this game. It's really hard to get hook or anything good from Pudge, so you can just spam that right button after any spell. So after hook, after the spam, just spam that right button, Rubik will just steal. Right, it's pretty sad if you get that. Dragonite comes out from Can of Whoopass. Maybe stick the Dragonite in the front line and try and bait people in. Always have Pudge to
Only
save him.
10
Dragonite's pretty
seconds.
tanky himself, so it's nice to have a nice beefy
5
front liner.
seconds
Lead
remaining.
the charge. It's also okay to pick him now. You have one ban to save and to protect him. He's going mid for sure. Dragonite in the other lanes is pretty terrible. He needs a lot of levels. You probably see like a OD ban or something like that. Like
Dire's ban.
banning is the hero that GK just doesn't want to go up against, but DK doesn't lose too many matchups in mid, so maybe looking at ban. Well, they should ban in mid. Challenge accepted. They only have the mid left to pick. Oh, actually, sorry. Rubik is the offlaner. Is the mid, so they should look to ban an offlaner.
10 seconds to pick.
And picking the DK into the Rubik, yeah, DK doesn't care too
5
much.
seconds. Hurry.
The Fade
hurry.
Bolt is a bit annoying because of the minus damage, but Dragonite's a melee hero. You can buy a Quelling Blade to make up the difference. Tidehound ban, trying to reduce that team fight a little bit, but there are still a lot of good options for challenge accepted. They probably want a hero that can hit into the Chronosphere though. They don't have that right now. Rubik is not known for his astounding damage output.
Only 10 seconds.
Cannon Whoopass looking to find a
5
safe laner
seconds.
that
Hurry,
can not
hurry.
get smacked down too hard by the Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman has 75 base damage, it's quite a lot. But it's probably a struggle against the Dazzle, so yeah, that sounds about right. So this is going to be the Dazzle and the safe Shadow Shaman in the offlane. Dazzle is a pretty good support in 1v1s. Poison Touch is very obnoxious.
Radiant team pick.
And Luna comes out. A very greedy pick overall, but hoping that the Dragon Knight can make some space, play around the Pudge a little bit mid-game. But if there was a time for a Luna pick, this is looking okay. There's not that much pressure coming out from Challenge Accepted right now. Obviously, Shadow Shaman is
Time at last to select
drop his
hero.
wards to take towers, but everyone else on the side of Challenge Accepted is really bad at pushing, especially the Zeus. Not really sure what's going on here. They have two potential. Zeus is probably going to be the mid against the Dragon Knight, but Dragon Knight doesn't really care about Zeus. He has Dragon Blood regen. Zeus wins by spamming the opponent out, but Dragon Knight doesn't care. Who's going to be the offlaner for Challenge Accepted? It's a big question mark here. I'm going to have to go with Can of Whoop-Ass. They have a more traditional laning setup. 2 supports. Offlaner that can initiate. Solid mid. Nice late game carry. Faceless Void, obviously a great late game carry, but there's a lot of ways you can get out. You can hook someone out of the Chronosphere, which is pretty big. I'm really liking Can of Whoop-Ass's draft. I don't like Luna for the most part, but they've got the tools to make it work, so we'll see what happens. Pudge and Sand King very spam their heroes quite often. Look at all these Dota Plus relics. So, feeling pretty confident about them. Alright, well, so on the side of...
Well, let's get to it, shall we?
Sorry, which units? This is Cap. I know they do. Challenge Accepted, yes. There's no team name, so it's really hard to tell. Got Bison on the Zeus, River on the Shadow Shaman, Gems on the Faceless Void, B Silver on the Rubik, and Viper. It's going to be the offlane Vengeful Spirit. We've been seeing this on and off. I've seen it a few times recently, but it didn't really cross my mind. Just nice to get some early levels on the hero, build some more aura items for the team to stack with her Vengeance aura. Seren on the Sand King, Patient Disciplined Man, wrong kind of patient.
30 seconds to video.
No, that's the
game.
right spelling, never
30
mind.
seconds.
Patient Disciplined Man on the Pudge, Hermit on the Dragon Knight, Bomberman on the Dazzle, and Diabolica on the Luna. So we're going to see Vengeful Spirit and Rubik in the top lane. Early level of lift on the Rubik, so it's not that good. It's 0.8 seconds stun, so but they have the magic missile.
Now,
But
murder
is
each
Pudge
other
gonna go
for
for the hook?
amusement.
It's not at top. There's a ward already. Pudge is disconnected. That's why you didn't go for the hook. So this game crashed. It's a bit sad. They probably wouldn't have been able to get the hook on the Bruin, but you don't know unless you try. So there's 27-second cooldown on the hook there, so it kind of feels really bad if you miss it. The whole quick wave, you can't do anything. Venge taking a lot of damage from the poison touch. Dazzle try and get another cheeky hit before Venge inevitably runs away. But Venge is a very slow hero. 254 move speed after the poison touch. And Luna, one of the fastest heroes in the game. Sit here for a bit. So yeah, this Venge is probably the biggest question mark, I would say, in this game. The offlane Venge, not a very common call. Also, there's going to be 3 bounty runes going the way of Challenge Accepted, so nice start for them. See what Venge wants to go for. Normally, you want to pick Wave Terror at level 1. It's nice to spam. Doesn't cost a whole lot of mana. 60 damage, it's not bad. Like, the damage to cost ratio is a lot higher than Magic Missile, but obviously Magic Missile stuns. The Rubik lift got nerfed pretty recently, so it's just like, not that great. Zeus and Dragonite, I don't expect anything to happen here. It's just going to be like a lane where they trade farm. Early Obs Ward for the Dragonite. He hasn't put it down yet. Zeus, you can just deal with Lightning Bolt, so it feels bad. The Zeus doesn't have the Arcana though, so I'm very disappointed in him. Doesn't have the pay to win, but this Pudge, look at this Pudge Arcana. How many hooks does he have? 4. Look at that. 22 meat hooks. 29 unseen meat hooks. This guy is a Pudge spammer if I've seen one. This one game versus Rubik. This is definitely a way for him. Oh, this is the hook. And Sinking, what a bro, gives him the clarity. Dragonite messes up the block a little bit, goes to put down the Obs Wards, it's fine. He just wants to get vision over the rooms, so Zeus can't get it. And he's a melee hero anyway, so it doesn't matter, he's not going to get uphill misses. This is probably going to be the most dynamic lane, I think. Okay, Burrow Strike onto the Shadow Sham, they're just going to smack him around a bit. If they hook the Void, he can just Time Walk out. So the Shadow Sham is probably the one they want to go for. Top Rubik, already half health, getting touched, smacked again by the Dazzle. Dazzle, great attack animation, and just a really solid laner.
Not so fast.
Like Rubik. Rubik is kind of not that great. His attack animation is a bit slow. Bot lane. Shadow Shaman, smacking the Pudge a bit. Pudge, 0 armor, 76 damage on the Dazzle. Little bit of a lag spike there, gets a hook on the creep. Zeus, no. Oh, I don't know what's happening here. This is kind of weird. Kala, and this is a replay as well, so I really don't know what's going on here. Alright. Trading harass here. This is why the Wave of Terror would be very useful. You get a little bit more value out of every right click. The armor reduction. Luna has a pretty standard amount of armor, but she went for a fast Bassy Ring. She doesn't realize that Aquila's not in the game anymore. Dazzle, 2 armor as well, so pretty low. See how we build up. Oh, wow, okay. Dazzle just feeds. I'm not expecting that at all. The lift into the Magic Missile and Fade Bolt. Fade Bolt got buffed a lot. It used to do below average nuke damage, so the nuke scaling is like 75, 150, 225, and 300. It's normal nuke scaling for most nukes, though. Fade Bolt used to do 70, and then multiples of 70. Now it does multiples of 80, so it used to be below average damage, now it does above average damage, so pretty nice buffed Rubik all around. Just in time for his Arcana, which this Rubik also doesn't have, so not a Rubik spammer apparently. Doesn't want to pay to win. Dragonite owning the Zeus in last hit. Zeus, it's really hard to last hit, especially without the Arc Lightning. This DK, he's got a Quelling Blade, he's just gonna be able to deny most creeps that Zeus doesn't try and last hit with the Arc Lightning. Alright, another lift and Magic Missile onto the Luna. She's got a Salve, so she'll be fine. Quade's attach comes out onto the Rubik. Rubik level 2 Fade Bolt is gonna get a bit dicey. Cancels the Salve with a Fade Bolt, that's pretty big. Now, Luna's out of regen. Nice TP away, but Taking Burrow Strike up here, where did he come from? The Sandstorm just being annoying, but the Luna ends up dying. So, what a bit of a disaster. Pudge gets the hook onto the Shadow Shaman, ends up killing him. He's got to limp away though, so Void's gonna free farm for a little bit. Luna's feeling the pressure. This is really the problem with Luna, but they have a tri-lane up here now, and that's getting the maximum value out of Luna Blessing. The +6 attribute, pretty big. Sand King gets +6 strength, which is pretty good early on. Dazzle was just leaving. I don't really know where he's going. He hates Tango. It's very confusing what this Dazzle is doing. I'm pretty sure what's going on here. Somehow Zeus has managed to control the runes, even though he doesn't have any wards, so good on him for doing that. But he's doing okay in last hit. He's spamming his Arc Lightning. He's out of clarity, so he's only got Mangoes left. But he does have the bottle with the illusion rune, so it should be okay. Shadow Shaman carrying 2 salves, one for the Vengeful Spirit, but he TP'd bot. The 5-minute bounty runes are coming up, so we'll see how it goes. So it's going to be 2 for 2. Pudge hooks a little bit too early, so he's not going to get. It looks like he was going for the Faceless Void, so. But he could just time walk afterwards. There's not much point there. Should have gone for the rune. Shadow Shaman just going to smack the Pudge again. Sinking still up here. It's the Dazzle. It's just hanging around. It's got put 2 points into Shadow Wave, which is a little bit uncommon. You really want to max this Poison Touch out. It's like the best part of Dazzle right now. Nice Burrow Strike into Sandstorm. This should be the end of the Vengeful Spirit. We'll see if Luna gets the kill. Luna going for the Lucid Beam. Doesn't get the last hit though. So probably not worth it for the Luna, because if she misses like 2 creeps because of it, she gets less gold. So it's not really worth it if she doesn't get last hit. Dragon Form coming out on Dragonite, but he's already lost the Catapult, so he hasn't done that much damage on the tower. It's a bit disappointing, to be honest. Snatches the Arcane Rune away from Zeus at least, so.
Dire's middle tower taking damage.
Also snatches it after he turns on the Dragon Form, so a bit disappointing. Not utilizing it as much as possible. Luna almost. Let's see how she's doing in net worth. Luna, yeah, she's very far behind. This DK is doing pretty well. We're gonna rely on him to make a lot of space. Unfortunately, he's going for a Midas, which I don't agree with at all. He really needs to kind of be that frontliner, make some space for this Luna to farm. This Luna's kind of in the dumpster, right? She's getting pressured pretty hard by this support duo, which is doing a lot better than I expected. Rubik, not a strong laner. Venge is not the greatest either. She only has 400 attack range, but I guess Luna only has 350, so 330. It's pretty terrible overall. Shadow Shaman goes down, a hook onto the Zeus, and Zeus goes down as well. Nice hook from the Pudge. Working on that. Wins against Rubik on his Arcana. Don't really know what that does. Change the color. Faceless Void, going for a Mask of Madness. Some pretty standard stuff. A little bit. Shackles onto the Sand King, but he just Burrow Strike out. Hex, doesn't really matter. Nice Ether Shock to get a lot of damage. Void can time walk a lot of the damage away, so should be okay. It's almost level 6 though. Next time this happens, it's gonna be a big turnaround. But Shadow Shaman doesn't have a whole lot of mana left. He used all 3 of his spells, which uses up most of his mana pool. Okay, out of mana, so he's gonna ferry himself at Clarity. He's got a Midas. He's got his Midas ready, which at this timing is pretty. It's okay. Like the fact that he got it this early is probably the best outcome for him buying a Midas. Swap onto the Dazzle, Magic Missile, Lift. Wait, can he grave himself? He doesn't have mana for grave. Dazzle. Faceless Void goes down somehow. He got caught out without a Time Walk. He has Time Walk off cooldown, so he must have just got burst down. It's not the fight recap for bot, unfortunately. Faceless Void, he just fucked up there.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
I don't really know. There's another swap. Venge is looking for another swap, but he's not going to get it. Luna, not quite level 6 yet, so he's struggling a bit. DD on the Dragon Knight, but there's not a whole lot he can do against the Zeus. Zeus can stay really far back and just spam those Arc Lightnings until he runs out of mana. He's going to hit the Shrine, probably, which is a bit greedy by himself, but they're looking for fighting to fight up here. Swap onto the Dazzle, but there's no more disables left. Venge has a magic missile, but is she going to use it? She's going to get caught by a Lucid Beam and killed by the tower. Again, this 158 gold each is not each, it's actually split, so it's only 50 gold each. The winning's a bit shit over there. Misses the hook onto the Void, Pudge does. DK gets hexed up, doesn't have a shackle anymore, but he should die. Nice rotation by the Shadow Shaman. Doesn't even need to use his Serpent Ward, so if... I would have liked to see Zeus bottle up the Shadow Shaman so he could drop wards. The bounty rune's taken by Sand King, so there'll be 3 going the way of Roshan and the Can of Wolf-Ass. Unless they can get this kill, Sand King does manage to get the bounty rune before he dies. Zeus a bit late on the ultimate, so bit of a waste there. They still get the bounty rune. But he managed the ulti with the Arcane Rune, so that's pretty big. He might be able to take on this Dragon Knight now. He's gonna definitely challenge this Dragon Knight a bit. There's a Siege Creep, there's this corrosive breath from the Dragon Knight, so they're gonna take his tower pretty quickly during the Dragon Form. Dragon Knight should look to spam out the wave. Chronos Sphere used on the Pudge to get the kill. We'll see if anything else happens. Sand King can't really kill the Void by himself. Not dropping wards for this tower, I very much agree. It was pretty much dead anyway, so they should really go for mid with the wards. That's definitely the right move. Challenge accepted, stepping up the aggression. They've already invaded. A nice deep ward. Swap onto the Luna, magic missile. There's a grave on the Luna, but he's just gonna get shackled during it. And the Eclipse comes out, but he dies before he only gets 1 Lucid Beam off. What a waste of an Eclipse. And the Pudge is gonna die as well. All 3 at top go down. What a disaster for Cannibal Bass. Burrow Strike onto the Void, but he can just Time Walk it off. And unfortunately, Shadow Shaman doesn't have enough mana to drop wards. This would have been a great opportunity for it. Looks like they're gonna get this tower anyway. There's not much that Can of Wolf-Ass can do here. They're gonna trade for the mid tower at least. Maybe can't catch the Zeus, so. Oh, but the Sand King manages to scan them off. I guess they don't have any detection, so not expecting, nothing they can do against the Sand King. They end up denying the tower, which is kind of nice for denying the gold, but they really need the tower for map control. It's going to be really hard for them to save Luna while she's in the jungle now. They do have this shrine, this nice observer ward. Nice hook onto the Vengeful Spirit. Burrow Strike follow up, and the Vengeful Spirit dies. Luna gets the last hit. It's pretty good. This Pudge, he's doing pretty well this game. He's hit most of his hooks that I've seen so far. He's got another hook lined up, but they do see him. Oh, nice! He got another hook onto the Shadow Shaman, but Sand King misses the follow-up Burrow Strike. DK, he popped his Dragon form a little bit early. Maybe he had it from before. They're gonna get the D ward, unfortunately. It's pretty hard to get vision advantage against Zeus. You just spam that lightning bolt, and it's gonna be pretty hard. Hook almost connects, just barely not enough range. But this is a core Zeus, so usually my experience with playing with core Zeus's on my team, they're quite greedy. A Chronosphere onto 2 down at bottom. Can they bring down the Dragon Knight? He gets another bash and finishes off the Dragon Knight. Is he gonna go for the Time Warp? Okay, he's not brave enough. He's not feeling lucky. Wards go down in the mid, and they get the Sand King as well. Hex, I guess. Not even the Shackles needed, or the Lift, so they just burst him down, I guess. Got the Thunder God's Wrath as well.
Dire's middle tower
Luna hitting creeps, going for a BKB first. This makes sense for the most part. There's a lot of magic damage burst on the side of Challenge Accepted, but she's not gonna scale very well, you know? Or you usually want to go for BKB when you want to be at your strongest. BKB gets weaker every time you use it, so you really want to pick it up when you think it's time to win. She's also only got 1 point in the Moonglade, so very slow farming this game. It's not really worth putting more than 2 points into the Lunar Blessing. It really should have put more points in the Moonglade. So the 4th point in Moonglade is really important. Plus 3 bounces to 6 is a pretty nice farming speed increase. We're going to see a smoke from Cannibal Pass. Sand King doesn't have a blink yet, but the smoke should be more than enough to make any moves. Dragonite, gonna pressure this tower a little bit. It's got the level 2 Dragon Form now.
I'll take yours.
So they're gonna get the bounty runes at bot. No one's going for the top bounty runes yet, so maybe Luna can grab them. Shadow Shaman's going for them now. Magic Missile comes out onto the Dragon Knight. Nice hook onto the Faceless Void, and he's gonna die. The swap, he's still stunned even if he swapped. You gotta swap the Pudge. And they're gonna get this tower. It's gonna be pretty free. The siege creep is coming, so Shadow Shaman doing his civic duty, picking up the bounty runes for his team. Good stuff. He's got an Aether Lens already. It's only 15 minutes into the game. Thunder God's Wrath comes out, kills the Zeus, but he is gonna die to the urn, so definitely some revenge kill. Burrow Strike onto the Rubik, but there's not much else that the Sand can do. They don't have any detection. They have a sentry on Shadow Shaman, but he's already left the sandstorm, so not going to be able to catch up to him. He's got another Burrow Strike, so there's no way they can catch him now. Shadow Shaman is doing really well. This is what I like to see. I've been seeing the other teams in this league run 5-position Shadow Shaman, and it's just kind of miserable, to be honest. You really need items on this hero to not just like straight up feed. He's gonna get a nice hex up onto the Pudge, but will he get hooked? Burrow Strike comes out, and a hook, and Lift cancels the Dismember, but he didn't end up using it. Chronosphere onto 3 heroes, but the Epicenter goes off before he gets the Chronosphere off. Nice Thunderbolt out of Zeus, kills the Pudge. Magic Missile onto the Dragon Knight. They're not going to be able to kill him. There's a swap available if they want to go for this. Dragon Form popped, Dragon Tail onto the Vengeful Spirit, but they're pretty low on damage. Another Magic Missile comes out onto the Dazzle. Burrow Strike onto the Vengeful Spirit, and Sand King will secure the kill. Sand King does die to the Venge Illusion, which is pretty unfortunate. Zeus, he's still looking to poke at this Dragon Knight a little bit. Gets another Lightning Bolt off, big damage. Meanwhile, this Luna's just farming. I actually think she should have gone for an actual farming item. They're making so much chaos on the other side of the map. And when she gets to BKB, she's gonna not have no other items to fight with. So, really relying on the Eclipse at this point to deal damage. The good news is this: everyone on the side of Challenge Accepted is actually really squishy. Zeus probably has the most HP right now, and that's only because he's level 13. XP pretty even, gold is pretty even, so, and the win rate is sitting around 50%. So this game, still anyone's game, according to Dota Plus. I think so too. It's gonna be, both teams just kind of have difficult to fight, execute lineups. So nice Lightning Bolt onto the Pudge, takes away like 3/4 of his HP in one Lightning Bolt. Gets Thunder God's Wrath kill. Shadow Shaman, he can probably heal the Luna farm. You're gonna go for it? He doesn't have any backup though. Luna almost out of BKB, so we'll see what she tries to achieve with the BKB. Puts more points into the Lucent V, realizing that she will probably have to fight soon. Burrow Strike onto the Faceless Void, but he just shrugs it off with a Time Walk. They didn't get enraged for the Dragon Tail, there's no Dragon Form to do that. Dragon Knight going for a very fast Satanic. Very unusual.
Honor me.
Yeah, Luna just gets melted. Stolen Dragon Breath, Fade Bolt, Magic Missile. It's a lot of damage. And she's going to be stunned for days. They have 4 stuns over here, so... Hex is not a stun, but it's close enough. It's a 6, 4 to 6. Dazzle going for a Grieve. It's going to be a long time before he gets there. He's the 5 position. He's got to buy wards for his team. So, gonna be some time. Pudge almost has Blink. Another nice way to start the fight. Unfortunately, there's a lot of ways to cancel Dismember this game. Might see him go for a BKB right afterwards. It's been the new thing recently to go for BKBs fast on position 4. Sand King has his own Blink. Another great way to start the fight. I'm not really sure about this Satanic on Dragon Knight. Sure, he's going to be unkillable. Maybe that's what he's going for. But he just won't be doing any damage. So, kind of a interesting pickup. They have a lot of lockdown too. Hex onto the Dragon Knight. Shackles. We've got a lift afterwards as well. Rubik, no points in Arcane Supremacy, so not going to get the debuff amp multiplication. Sand King uses his Sandstorm and just is stuck now, obviously. Oh, Chronosphere comes out onto the Dazzle, which is nice. Now the Dazzle can't save him. Punch goes down to swap onto the Dragon Knight and they're all dead. Luna kind of leaving her team to the dust. She really needs to either farm faster, she's almost got her BKB, so she can show up to the next fight and get a nice Eclipse off at least. Just don't know if it's going to be enough. Level 2 Eclipse at least though, the extra beams are pretty nice.
Dire's bottom tower is being
And a nice easy creep point there. T1 tower, they might go for more, they've still got the Serpent Wards, so, and the Siege Creep, not feeling any pressure at all. Here it is, the Serpent Wards go for the tower. They don't have anyone to clear out the Serpent Wards. Luna is the only ranged hero. Dragon Knight is ranged as well, but you gotta pop that ulti for it. So Luna, the only one who can really take out the wards. And she is also a very low range hero. Didn't go for a Dragonlance either. These wards are going to be a problem all game long, and it's only going to get worse. Shadow Shaman looking to take everything. Going for a Glimmer Cape, which is... it's okay. They have a lot of magic damage on the side of Cannibal Bass, so... try to protect Zeus, probably, or Faceless Void with the magic resistance. It's quite nice. But I would... yeah, there you go. He's going for an axe. He's feeling it. He's probably going to get the Shadow Amulet first. Dismember comes up onto the Faceless Void, misses the hook, ends up hooking the Sand King, but they get the kill anyway. Zeus turns around and gets the kill onto the Pudge, but he's all alone. Ruby's come in with the lift. Nice 2-man stun with the Telekinesis. And the whole team is here now, so the nice turnaround coming from the side of Challenge Accepted. And Dragon Knight is left here to rot alone. He's gonna get the kill on to Zeus, and they're pretty low on mana, but he doesn't. He has the Satanic. He can turn around. Alright, he passed the Satanic, but doesn't get any lifesteal off. And Luna, she just wasn't there. She's gonna go for a Manta style now. She hasn't used the BKB yet, so not really seeing the value of it yet. She hasn't shown up to a fight. She went for the BKB first, looking to fight, but then she just staying in the jungle, which is a bit odd, honestly. If she wanted to go Manta BKB, like, she hasn't been pressured very much. Everyone else is making so much space for her. She should have gone for the Manta style first to farm faster. Pudge, we'll see if he can get a Gosu level hook off. There's like creeps blocking the way, so it's kind of hard. Nice Burrow Strike in. Only gets one though. Hook onto the Rubik. Very nice. And is he going to kill the Rubik? Rubik, he's still rotted. He's going to die to the rot. Luna's here. Let's see what she can do with the BKB. She doesn't need it yet, so you're going to save it for now. Magic Missile onto the Pudge, but she's going to die anyway. Luna almost at a Yasha right after getting the BKB, so things looking up for Can of Warpass a little bit. Still a 2k gold advantage for Challenge Accepted, but Cannon Whoop-Ass is catching up. Ships out the components for the Yasha without the recipe, so could be shit. Cronus Speed onto the solo DK. This is the worst target they could have gone on. BKB Eclipse onto the Luna, and Faceless Void dies. This DK is so tanky right now. He's got 3.6k HP, 24 minutes into the game. Went straight for that Satanic. And he's going to go for a BKB as well. Pudge goes with the Blink Dismember, but ends up beating. Not really sure what he was trying to do there. Nice Dragon Tail onto the Shadow Shaman, but he's got a Glimmer Cape. He'll be able to get away. Stolen, Burrow Strike from the Rubik, slows him down. Magic Missile, Shackles onto the Dragonite, Shallow Grave onto the Dragonite. He might get away. He still has a Satanic. Can he attack? He's got to attack some creeps to get the lifesteal, but he hits the tower instead. Blink on the Zeus, getting the Blink Lightning Bolt onto the Dazzle, getting him low. He has another Lightning Bolt for the Sand King, and he's going to die. It's pretty creative. A Blink on the Zeus. Shadow Shaman's not going for a Blink himself. Zeus almost has Ags. He has his Ags now. This is a pretty big power spike for Zeus. Let's go for an Aether Lens Dice. This is a very unconventional build for Zeus. Normally you want to see the Aether Lens into Ags, but he went for a Soul Ring and a Blink. All sorts of crazy shit. But it's working out for him. He's got his Ags now. A pretty decent time. And he gets hooked by the Pudge. Pudge doesn't dismember him though, so... Getting a bit of cold feet. They're not very good at taking Roche. There is lifesteal on the Faceless Void now. And there is this, Terra. Zeus is probably just gonna stay outside. Venge, tanking up the Roshan, but he's getting pretty low. They're gonna get this Roshan. Looks like Cannon Whoop-Ass has no idea it's happening, and they get it. Aegis on the Faceless Void. It's fine. He is the carry, but he doesn't do that much damage right now. Going for a Mjolnir, I think the Maelstrom is usually more than enough, but the attack speed from Maelstrom is also, Mjolnir is also quite nice. So, not too many gripes there. Luna, she's hiding in the trees because she's scared. Not farming very efficiently. She may even be AFK at this point, so not really sure what's going on. 2 Bounty Runes go in the way, both sides. Zeus, is he gonna... What's he gonna do? This Luna's just AFK, she's not farming at all. What is she doing? She moved a little. She's not AFK, she's definitely there. I'm not really sure what's going on. She should just go to the jungle and farm. Alright, finally leaves. That was like a solid minute where she wasn't doing anything. Pipe coming out onto the Sand King, very important against the Zeus. Get a lot of magic resistance. We might see we can also see a second pipe come out. I'd be pretty excited for that. They've got a lot of magic damage. Well, Time Lock isn't magic damage anymore. Well, the bonus damage is. It's mostly physical these days.
Radiant's bottom tower under fire.
Dazzle. He's got his mech, but the Greaves is still quite a whiles away, especially as a position 5. So, gonna be some time before we see that. Luna, her Yasha somewhere. It's on the courier. She's not sending it out. This Luna's just like not playing very efficiently. I'm not really sure what she's doing most of the time. If she got her Manta Style before the BKB, she could almost have another item by now. The Yasha helps her farm tremendously. Alright, finally sends out the Yasha recipe. It's really late. It's been sitting on the crew. She's had the Yasha recipe for like the last 3 minutes. Nice scan comes out on the side of Capital... sorry, not Capital One. That was another game I was casting. Challenge accepted. Glimmer Cape finished on the Shadow Shaman now, so... Well, he had it in the last fight. He used it to save himself, so already paying off. BKB next on the Void. Very important to not get stunned. I believe he can still get hooked out of the Chrono, but... more importantly, I think we'll just see this hook used effectively. Whoever gets Chrono, they're going to get hooked out, and then Chrono's going to be wasted unless Faceless Void manages to get multiple people in the Chrono. You can save the Luna. This Zeus already has an axe. He's got the money for an Aether Lens if he decides to disassemble his mana boots, but doesn't seem that interested. He's also got the Soul Ring, so he should really just disassemble his mana boots at this point. It looks like we're just gonna go back to farming. Not sure. They have the Aegis. They should look to fight. They have the Chronosphere as well. They're really strong right now. Zeus doesn't even need to be there. He's got the Ags and the Thunder God's Wrath, so... kind of not pressing their advantage as much as they should. This is a pretty common mistake in lower level games. Pudge almost got a Blade Mail. It's just one broadsword away. Dragon Knight's just been using his ulti to farm, which is fine for the most part. He's got his BKB now. And Luna's got his her Yasha, Manta style, so... They really have to wait out the Aegis, I'm not really sure. Well, Venge has a full butterfly. She just went straight for a butterfly after Dragonlance. Looks like she's not interested in going for any of these, like, standard offlane items. She just wants to carry. Move over, Void, I'm the real carry now. She's the top of net worth for her team, which is pretty insane, because Venge does not farm very fast, so I'm not really sure how she's achieving this. Serpent Wards get dropped down for the tier 2, but Pudge, gonna farm them up. They may be able to get the tier 2, or at least it will go into deny range. Oh, they get the tier 2? Not even a deny, so good stuff by the Shadow Shaman. He's gonna be doing this all game long. And kind of Bullpass, they're on a timer because of it. Dragon Tail onto the Vengeful Spirit. They have detection. Swap out. Magic Missile onto the Luna, but it doesn't matter. Gets rid of free 200 gold. Oh, it's only 100 now from the Zeus Nimbus. The Zeus? What is he gonna spend his money on? He should go for a Kaya on his. It doesn't really need the 8 lamps. He's got the blink already. His positioning is pretty good. Blink doesn't get the dismember off on the Shadow Shaman, but he would have gotten lifted anyway, so it's fine. Rubik does steal Rot, unfortunately. A Nimbus coming down. 2-man Chronosphere onto the Sand King. Nice Shallow Grave coming out from the Dazzle. The Sand King, if he can Burrow Strike out again, he's fine. They don't have any detection left. The Sentry does come down though, but there's no more lockdown. Another Burrow Strike onto the Zeus, Poison Touch, and they're gonna disengage. Dazzle healing everyone up with the mech. The Sand King got really low, a nice clutch grave coming at Dazzle, and then healing him up afterwards. So good stuff, Dazzle. So big impact from the position. 5. Nice blink, gets nice. The trade stuns. Burrow Strike doesn't disjoint projectiles, so Magic Missile just ended up stunning him anyway. But he gets the bounty rune, that's what's important. Luna should go farm the bot wave, there's a huge wave he catapults as well. Pudge is gonna farm it, this is really not okay. You really need the Luna to get farm. She's got 2k towards the next item, might see her just go straight for a butterfly at this point. I think that's probably the right move. Alright, casual BKB used by Dragon Knight. Looks like he was probably trying to move his items around, and instead of hold clicking, he actually clicked and used the BKB. So what a waste of a 10-second BKB charge. Very unfortunate. Gonna be kicking himself. Luna, just a sentry. Not really sure what's going on there. This Venge though, she's insanely farmed, especially for a position 3 Venge. Takes a 15 agility at level 15. Wave of Terror is great because you can use it to scout constantly, but they have the Zeus. They're feeling a bit like scared. A nice smoke comes out. Hex onto the Sand King before he can get anything up. A Magic Missile, and the Sand King goes down without anything being cast. Chronosphere onto the BKB. Luna's dead, and they get the Dazzle as well. Dazzle can't grape Luna, and a disaster in Dire Jungle. Gonna get this tower for pretty much free. They don't have a creep wave though, but it's coming. This Venge hits so hard right now. Benches, move aside, Void. Bench is the real carry. You're just a chrono machine. She has the Dragon Lance as well to hook onto the Void, but doesn't get the Dismember off before the Time Hawkeye's out. He would have gotten disabled anyway, so not really worth it. Lift, swap, Shackles onto the Dragon Knight. Dragon Knight's dead. They have so much luck down on the side of Challenge Accepted, and they're just gonna roll them over. 70 seconds on the sideline for both Dragon Knight and Pudge, and they don't have buyback, so they gotta give up at least 2 lanes of racks. I don't see how they're gonna hold the next one. There is no Chronosphere for 60 seconds, but they have so much disabled. They're a little bit low on mana because no one went for mana boots. There's Rubik's up soon. He can bottle up the bench, try and get another swap out. Swap into like Hex or Lift. It's just so dangerous. And the fact that this Venge is so farmed right now, I mean, she's not gonna like suicide if she swaps aggressively. Burrow Strike onto the Sand King. Rubik ends up stealing Epicenter, which is actually pretty good. He's got a Blink Dagger, so Blink, Lift into Epicenter, or some variant of those. Shadow Shaman. He's almost got his Ags, and they're just gonna drop the wards on the next Roche, on the next racks, and then there's nothing they can do. This game's looking pretty in the bag for Challenge Accepted, so not really sure what Can of Whoop-Ass can do. They don't even know this Roche is going on. They're gonna get it pretty soon. They're really struggling with this Roche though. Venge is the real man here, so she's gonna tank the Roche for the Void. Void is not that tanky right now. Alright. Pudge hooks the DD away at least, but they can take this fight. Faces Void is pretty low, so you're gonna shrine up and then maybe go for a smoke. They don't even need to go for a smoke. They can just walk down top lane, drop the Serpent Wards, and then take the Mega Creeps. There's not much that Can of Whoop-Ass can do. So I'd really like to see them really group up now and just walk down the top lane together. There's not much.
Time is money.
Gonna take the shrines as well. They don't even take it earlier. They're slowly collapsing onto the top lane, so see this Shadow Shaman just drop wards. Nice easy kill. The racks get megas, and the game is pretty much secured. Just gotta wait for it to happen. Interesting sentry placement. Doesn't really do a whole lot. Dragon Knight not using his Midas. Alright, nice Serpent Wards onto the tower. They have the split shot with the Ags on the Shadow Shaman. Faceless Void gets bursted down, but he's got Chrono skill. He can Chrono onto the 2 BKB targets. They should go for the Dazzle in the backline so he can't grave after it's over. And Faceless Void goes down. He's just not that strong, but you know, Venge is the real carry. Step aside, Faceless Void. Buyback from the DK, but I don't know if you can take on Challenge Accepted 1v3. It's just, there's no swap left. There's no mana left on the bench, but she has cheese still. Nice Nimbus. Magic Missile. And another Lightning Bolt. And the dieback on the Dragon Knight. This game looking pretty over. We'll see when Can of Whoop-Ass taps out.
Dire's middle tower taking damage. Dire's middle tower is
Alright, finally tap out. GG. It was pretty close for a while, and then there was that one team fight where Faceless Void, he got a Chrono off onto the BKB Luna, and just all of her net worth went to waste. They're gonna get the pudge before they die. Looks like they just like backed out of the GG. They click cancel on it. The game's finally over. And it's Venge. Did a lot of work. Nice pipes for the challenge accepted as well. Zeus, 45,000 damage. Venge, 30,000 damage. Very much eclipsing the rest of the team. Venge had 606 GPM, and she doesn't even have a Midas. Good God, how does she farm so fast? Luna should have had this much GPM in the mid game, but she went for a BKB first instead of a Manta, and so like she just ended up farming way slower than she normally would. Not honestly, they had the tools to set up this Luna for success, but then they didn't use it. Yeah, it was pretty close for a while, and then big shoot up. They just got completely wrecked. 2 racks taken. Roche